Hello everyone, my name is Doc Holliday. I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about COVID-19 and see if I can, give you the top 5 symptoms of COVID-19 to help you to identify whether or not you have it. The first one is headaches in the front of your head and in your sinus cavities. So your sinuses are basically right up in here, and you also have some sinuses up in here as well. So if you have any headache up in this region, also in this region as well, that is one sign. Another sign is if you have fevers or chills. Fevers, self-explanatory. If you have anything over like 100.4 or something like that, that is a possibility or another symptom that makes you think it could be possibly COVID-19. The third thing is difficulty breathing, fatigue. How do you say? Just feeling just worn down, basically. Like if you walk up the stairs or something, and you have to stop and rest and things like that. Whereas you normally would not have to stop and rest and take a breath or something like that, then that is something that would be an additional characteristic of having COVID-19 as well. The fourth thing is you have muscle or body aches, unexplained muscle and body aches. Some people even have bones ache and things like that. You will know it if you have it. If you will know it if you have this particular symptom. The other thing is you will have pale or grayish skin. For our Caucasian family, that primarily pertains to you and the lighter skinned folk. The darker skinned folk, we'll probably just turn more of a palish. Some of us will probably have a gray tint. It's basically saying that you are lacking oxygen in your body. That's the same thing that happens when you go to when a person dies. The body starts changing colors because of the lack of oxygen in your cells. That is the fifth thing. So I got that as the fifth thing because I really want to talk about that. The pale and grayish skin. By that being one of the detectors, and the fact that one characteristic is that you have low oxygen levels in your skin. I wanted to let you know that there is a way you can get your oxygen level tested, and that will alert you, hey, I need to go to the hospital, skip staying in this dang on line for freaking 5 hours or whatever. I need to go to the hospital, and because my oxygen level is too low. Because the thing about this disease, it can kill you in like 4 days. Once you figure out you got it, you can be gone just that quick. And if you're taking 4 days to make your way to get the test, and it take another 4 to 10 days, for you to get the results, that is time that is wasted that could have been used to actually save your life and to provide treatments for you. So that is the reason why I suggest this one thing. What is it called here? It's a fingertip pulse oximeter, blood and oxygen saturation monitor. I'll say that again. It's a fingertip pulse oximeter, blood. I don't know why that oxygenator might be wrong. I think I spelled that wrong, sorry. Blood, oxygen, and saturation monitor. What I'll do is I'll leave a link of it in the description so that you can actually go ahead and click on it and order it. What it basically is similar to the oxygen monitors that you have when you first go into the doctor's office. They take your blood. Not your blood, but your pulse, your blood pressure, and your your oxygen level and stuff. So what they do is they use it and they put the little monitor on your finger, and that will calculate how much oxygen you have on it. A typical person like myself, I've never had an incident where I had under 98. because I pay attention to those things. If you have a O2 monitor or O2 oxygen, how do I say, the percentage of oxygen in your body is like 60% or something like that, or 70%, or even 80%. All of those things are bad. If I'm not mistaken, it's anything under 95 will cause you some alarm. Of course, it is case-by-case scenario, so it would depend on what your base is. For some people, it could be a little on the low extreme side, so they could be normally at 95 because they smoke a lot, or they have bad heart or a lung condition or something like that. So they may by nature not have it as 95, but aside from that, most people will have it at 90, 97 and above. So if you have anything under that, that would be cause for alarm, in which you would need to go ahead and seek medical attention. Now, the thing about this, you can buy this again on Amazon. You can also buy this, at any of your, well, I would check your CVS's and everything as well, Walmarts and stuff, to make sure to see if they have it. That that basically segues to another thing, a coronavirus kit. The coronavirus kit that you should have. Number one is a mask. This is my mask here. Nice and sealed. This is a mask. This is the type of mask that you need to use because it will cover your entire mouth and your nose. And anything you breathe or exhale in will be filtered through this through this mask. Breathe or inhale in, I should say. Now, and with this, I should say as well, if a person already has this, if a person already has coronavirus and they're wearing this mask, they could be putting other people at risk, because this mask does not filter the exhalation of the air. All it does is filter the inhalation of the air. So that's something that doctors and everything may want to be cognizant of, or anybody may want to be cognizant of, especially, say, for example, if you've been tested positive for COVID and you went out to buy or you just got a delivery of these new masks and you're like, okay, let me go ahead and put this on to protect my family. This isn't going to protect your family. Them wearing the mask would, but you being a person that already has contracted the coronavirus, it would not prevent the coronavirus from spreading onto your family. This mask would not prevent it from spreading onto your family, because you look inside, it has a little bladder that is inside there. That little bladder is all that stops or is a bypass for air to come out of this mask, for the exhaled air to come out of this mask. So just be cognizant of that. And another thing, a lot of people, have recommended glasses or whatever for you to wear, but what I would do is actually I would do these gargles and everything, because it has the sealed things at the end or at the tops and at the bottom as well, so it kind of isolates your eyes. And a lot of people, they're saying, oh, well, I would just go ahead and get a full mask. I don't need to buy two pieces or whatever. The problem with a full mask is that these tend to fog up, even in a mask. So if you have a full mask, you would have to take off the mask, or allow air to come in to get that condensation out of that. Yeah. And then as well, if you were to, like, say, be in a marching rally or something like that, and you wear your mask there, if you were to get sprayed by something on your mask, you're trying to wipe it off and everything, and say, I don't know, it's paint or something, I don't know, you would have to again take off the mask and everything to clean it, and that would mean taking off this piece. You don't ever want to take this piece off, regardless of whatever has happened to your eye goggles. So that's why I went ahead and got two separate pieces. for it. So just be cognizant of that when you're making your purchase decisions. And I would make sure that you upgrade your purchases in regards to this as well, because I'm sure all you all know that it's been 100,000 out of the 3,500,000 people that have contracted this virus in the United States. 100,000 of them has been medical staff that have been, on the front lines trying to fight this virus. And the majority of them are not using even this. A majority of them are using the blue and white thing. And that should give the nation some pause, and that should give the rest of the providers some pause as well, saying, okay, all of my constituents or all my co-workers are dying. It's probably because of the lack of equipment that they have to protect them from the virus. With the regular, electorate, or the regular American, he should be looking at, okay, I got 3.5 million people that are contracted this virus. I need to step my game up because I don't want to be one of them. This is stepping your game up. This is saying, okay, I actually do value my life. I want to do whatever I can to make sure that I am safe. Now, in dealing with this, whenever you go somewhere and everything, what you'll want to do when you come back out, it's in the back, but you will want to actually clean, I say again, clean these masks all the way around. Including the straps when you return from any of your outings, and that you want to do that before you get, as soon as you open the door, you just want to reach through and grab your wipe. You don't want to sit in the car. You don't want to do none of that. You want to grab your wipe and you want to clean the periphery of this, because what you don't want to do is have this contaminated with the virus and you just have it sitting in your car and everything, because basically the virus leaches onto you for a period of time. So that's why you want to clean this. And as well, same thing with your clothes. I mean, if you're going over to a person's house who was really sick and this person may be emitting a lot of that disease from them, and again, you wouldn't know that that person is sick. You would just be around them. Because a lot of times, remember, there's like a 14-day incubation period, so you don't know, you wouldn't know if a person has it because their signs have not showed due to the 14-day incubation period. So you could be over there and you're getting a lot of, it's almost like smoking a cigarette. If you smoke a cigarette, the whole room is going to billow with smoke. And that smoke ain't gonna go nowhere until it finds an escape out. So if you go into that room and you stay there for 5 minutes, you're going to be contaminated with smoke. As soon as you come out of that room, your clothes are going to smell like smoke. And this is the same kind of effect that happens with the virus. When you are outside in the public, when you're outside in the public, when you come home, you need to take off all of your clothes and you need to put them in a hamper for them to be washed, the laundry basket or whatever. Because again, you're having some of the contaminants leach onto your body. You go grocery shopping and everything. You have to come back and wash your clothes. I would even advise to just make it a one-day thing. You know what I mean? 1 day a week, you go out there and you hit all your spots. You do that for like 2 weeks. Oh, and another thing, please stock up on your supplies, because the nation is going to be shut down whether they like it or not. Because the only way that they can stop this disease this virus is for them to shut down. So please, everyone that's listening to this, stock up on your supplies. Start stocking up on your supplies now, so it doesn't catch you off guard. Shucks, sorry, I went off on a tangent and I forgot where I was going. I don't know where I was going, but that's the clothes. Make sure when you go out, make it a one-day special. take all your clothes off and throw them in the hamper and wash them. Do not continue to wear the same clothes that you wore outside in the public in your house. So after you do that, put it in a hamper, you then should go outside and wash off, everything that's in the inside of your car, just to make sure that, again, no other contaminants have actually attach themselves to you, and therefore deposit themselves in your car, because you don't want to have that going on. The other thing I want to talk about too is I see a lot of people hanging their mask up on the windshield. Again, these are disposable masks. They're only supposed to be used once. If you go into an environment that has a lot of coronavirus in it, and then you leave, and then you put your mask up for safekeeping up above your virus, up above your visor, rearview mirror. How do I say? What happens is that the virus is latched onto there. So, and it's gonna continue to, you got the air conditioner on right now, it's gonna continue to blow off all that virus right into your face, and you sucking it all in. This is not the place to be putting your mask when you're finished with it, or you come back into your car. They're disposable. So when you come out from doing your errands on that Friday or Saturday morning or whatever, you come back home, and you don't even come back home. You could actually even take off the mask and everything before you even get to the car. In fact, that's what I would recommend doing, because what I would generally do is, say, for example, if I'm wearing disposable gloves, like these ones here, I always keep a box of these in my car. But if I'm wearing disposable gloves, I can just take off my gloves and mask and everything. If I have back in the day when I had one of the cloth masks, I would do that and throw it away. And then, like I said, I'll open up my car and grab a wipe, like one of those Huggy baby wipes or whatever, and I would wipe my hands, keep my hands clean, wipe off the keys and everything, and get in my car and go. But please do not leave your mask, your disposable mask, on the visor, and please do not reuse those masks over and over again. Just put them in your house or in your car or whatever, thinking that they are going to be safe, because again, that mask may have contamination. Those clothes that you wear that day may have contamination. You need to make sure that those are washed and not just out in the open, and having the virus release itself into your environment. So that's pretty much all I got to say. Oh, and again, the main reason I wanted to push the O2 sensor again is because of the long lines that we're having. If you gotta be out in a line at 1:30 in the morning just to get tested, that causes a lot of problem, a lot of heartache. A lot of people may give up in trying to do it, and they may die at home. I don't want that to happen. I want people to have whatever piece of information that they can have by knowing your oxygen saturation level. That is one piece that can help you, one piece in your toolkit that can help you survive this epidemic. So I beg everyone in the viewing audience, I beg you all to please share this to all your families. True, they may not have it right now, have the virus right now, but they need to have this information so that they can stay safe and be blessed and have a glorious Thanksgiving. If not this year, definitely next year. We need to save lives, people. I'm sorry that our nation leaders are doing what they're doing. Everybody says it is Trump's responsibility to get this done, but just like I'm putting my voice on this YouTube broadcast, I would expect the Democrats to do the same. Every one of them. You don't just have to be the president of the United States to command a voice, to take charge of this. So it is up to us, each other, to share this information in order for us to be blessed and stay safe through this pandemic. And by God, I hope that Jesus, that He is listening to us, and that He hears our prayers, and that He will how do you say, He will bless us and with the answer, and with especially Americans, the understanding that this is very real, and to probably get the let me close this door because somebody's activated everything. How do I say it? Oh gosh, I totally forgot what I was saying now. Oh, I hope to God that He will bless us and get through this pandemic. So please, please share this. Please even have a conversation with your loved ones concerning this. Pick up the phone and call them, and make sure that they're safe. I'm saying this now. I got to get on myself. But this is actually what. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to send a link to them and tell them, because I got too much family. But since everybody's still on Facebook, I guess I'll put a link on that and have people to chime in or to listen, and hopefully they have already taken these steps. But if not, they will learn from them and keep them in mind during this pandemic. So thank you all. I'm hot and sweaty now because it's hot up in here. Thank you all very much for your attention and all that good jazz. And please subscribe to my channel for more information about the coronavirus. I will keep giving more information. I'm going to go ahead and share something in regards to schools as well, but that'll be in my next video because right now I have to go and get my allergy shot. So thank you all for everything, and you all have a blessed day. Thank you. Bye-bye.